Shalom, all praises Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakadash. Double honor and praises to the Apostle Elders of GMS that taught me this truth, and Shalom to the Akim that has their life daily, pushing this word, doing this work. We almost out of here. Keep pushing it. And a double honors to you two brothers that pushing this truth for truth and sincerity. We almost out of here. My name is Inan with GMS Detroit Camp, and it's a quick little lesson on entering these straight gates, and that's the name of the video, that we gotta go through the straits to get into the kingdom. And the straits is a place of difficulty. It's matter of fact. Let me just go straight into that word right now. Matter of fact, in Merriam-Webster, a strait is a noun. A definition of a strait, three entries. Comparative, a narrow passageway connecting two large bodies of water, often used in plural but singular in construction. Archaic, a narrow place or passage, and this is the one we key in on. A situation of perplexity or distress, often used in plural in dire straits. And definition number 3, causing distress, difficult. When you enter into the straits, it's a difficult situation that you're going through. Limited means of resource, and soon it's going to be a limited means of resources, because the United Nations said 2021 is going to be it's not enough food to feed the whole world. So the whole world is going to be in dire straits with the upcoming famine that's coming. Strict, rigorous, and it's going to be strict and rigorous also in 2021, because that vaccine is about to be pushed forth, and I've seen articles where it say you won't be able to buy. We won't force you to take it, but you won't be able to buy or sell or trade without it. So they're gonna make it strict or rigorous, or causing distress for you to live if you don't take the vaccine. And with the vaccine also come right along with his riding buddy, the RFID microchip, the mark of the beast. A limited space, limited in space or time, closely fitting, a strict, tight, constricted, tight, and those are the words we sticking with. It's going to be a difficult situation for you to live in. My one of my brothers in Great Millstone, Detroit Bar Camp, where I'm from, he always coined the phrase, we have to go in the furnace to earn this. We gotta go in the dire straits, man. It's not gonna be a easy thing for us to transition from out of this life into the next one. Just like Yahweh said, the servant is no greater than his master. He was persecuted. We gotta be persecuted just the same, like Yahweh was. It's just simple as that. It's going to come. It's going to happen to us, just like Yahweh it happened to him. It's going to happen to us also. We are no greater than our Yahweh Shai. Yahweh was persecuted, afflicted, and died for our sins. And we're going to go through the likewise same manner, being afflicted, persecuted for his namesake, according to the scripture. This is Matthew 7:13. Enter ye at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth into destruction, and many be there which go in and retreat. And what's the most broad and what is the widest and biggest religion that is out there? It's Christianity. After that it's Hinduism. No, Muslim, Islam, and then after that Hinduism. All these religions are wide. Big giant religions gather the masses in, but they ain't gonna leave you into life, man. They not. They're gonna leave you into destruction. And many be there which go into retreat. And let's go into that word retreat. Through a place with in time, throughout, and during of means, by the means of through. By the means of. And y'all all gonna go into this place by the reasons you believe in thinking that through the ground or reason by through a reason by where something is. And you think that it's the way, but it's not the way. A religion is not the answer. The Most High never gave the children of Israel a religion to live by. He gave them a lifestyle. The law, statutes, and commandments is a lifestyle. It's not a religion. If you're so-called Hebrew Israelite, you're supposed to live and walk in the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, and live by them. Apply them to your life. Just not when it's convenient for you. You gotta apply them to your life even when it's difficult, when you're in the straits. God. Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth into life. And man, this straight is so narrow, but it leads you into life. It's you gotta go through difficulties to enter into the kingdom. It ain't gonna be a easy ride, knowing that you're an Israelite and that's it. Hey, we still waiting on a couple prophecies to come through. Hey, we waiting for Jacob's trouble to come through. Hey, man. Hey, it's not about to get easier out here. It's about to get difficult. UN already said 2021 there's going to be a shortage of food. So what makes you think it's going to be an easy ride for you in 2021 and 2020 was hectic and wasn't easy for you to live by? It's going to get even more tight. Up here, Governor Whitmer, Gretchen Whitmer, restrict the movements of so-called J. She locked it back down. She said it was a lockdown for 3 weeks, and then she locked it back down for another what was it, 10 or 12 days? Let's see how that go. She did that last Wednesday. And that lasts all the way to the 20th. So when this end up ending, 'Ending around the 20th, she gonna put it down even further. It's coming. You keep on thinking that it's not going to happen. It's happening. Hey, and it's a beautiful thing because the more and more they squeeze, the more and more beautiful we appreciate the Apostle elders of GMS for teaching us this truth and breaking down these scriptures, letting us know what's going to happen before it happens. We stable with our goings because we know this has to come. You know, you know, and we know that once this kingdom goes down, the kingdom of heaven is set up, established. And that's what we're waiting for, the kingdom of heaven to be established. But we know it's a few prophecies that we have to deal with. The RFID microchip, the mark of the beast being forced upon all flesh. And it's coming. They can say they ain't going to force you to do it, but they're going to make it difficult for you to live. So you're going to be in dire straits if you don't take it. But if you don't take it, then you can't work or eat. You can't work or buy or sell or trade unless you have it. The so-called vaccine shot. You know. They keep saying we ain't gonna force you to do it, but you know they ain't gonna make it easier for you if you don't. They're gonna restrict your movements, what you can do, where you can do, how you can live, and then after that, after so long, they're gonna be like, well, hey, we're gonna restrict government services from you. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do nothing. Unless you come in line with their system, they new world order of things. You know, and once you do that, you're not into the straits. You're in that broad path because it's gonna lead you to destruction, a sore destruction, and that's what's gonna happen. You got into the straits to get into the kingdom. Matter of fact, and this is Acts 14 and 22, concerning the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must go through much tribulation to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. And tribulation is pressure, pressing together, a pressing together, a pressure, metaphorically oppression, affliction, tribulation, distress, straits, and we gotta go through all this. Yahweh Shai had to go through it. We gotta go through it. You know, pressure, legally and figuratively afflicted, anguish, burden, persecuted, tribulation, trouble. So we gotta go through much trouble to enter into the kingdom of heaven. It's not gonna be an easy walk, easy ride. Yahweh Shai never said it was gonna be easy. He said you're gonna be distressed. A servant no greater than his master. Hey, Hey, here, go right here. John 13 and 16. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord, neither he that is greater than him that sent him. You know, and just like Yahweh Shai, if you know these things, happy are ye if you do them. And I speak not to you all. I know whom I have chosen, but the scriptures may be fulfilled. And that's what it's all about. These things going to have to happen for the scriptures to be fulfilled. Through much tribulation. The we're going to enter into the kingdom. Confirming the souls, Acts 14 and 22, concerning the souls of the disciples, exhorting them to continue in their faith, that through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. And it's going to be much trouble, much sorrow. It's not going to be a good thing, man. It's not going to be a pleasant thing for us to enter into the kingdom. And matter of fact, even in Ezra's talks about it in the second Ezra 7th chapter, 3rd verse. And I said, speak my power. And he said unto me, the sea is set in a wide place that it might be deep and great. And most seas are real deep, fathoms deep. You know, I have the ocean, the sea, are deep as hell. And if a mere man, especially me, we'll probably drown in that sucker because the waves of it is so heavy. It's not guaranteed that you can withstand it without a life preserver or something like that to keep you up afloat. But the case of the entrance were narrow like a river, and even a river is deep, and you can get swallowed up in the river because the waves of the water in there, it could be treacherous. And especially at the entrance of a narrow and like a river, it's real treacherous because the current is real fast. And then who can go into the sea and look upon it and to rule it? And if he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? And man, how can you not go to if you can't get through the broad? How can you can't if you can't enter through the narrow? You never enter into the broad. You know, where it's a big wide open area. You know, there's also another thing. A city is built and set upon a field is full of all good things. And this city that is built and is set upon a broad field and is full of all good things is the kingdom of heaven. You know, you better hope you're an Israelite, because in that time, the only people that's going to inherit the kingdom of heaven is the children of Israel. The kingdom of heaven is not for everybody. It's for the children of Israel alone. You know, this is their kingdom right now. And the entrance thereof is narrow and set in a dangerous place to fall. And man, that place is so narrow, man. It's you barely can make it through. It's so narrow that you might have to place your back against the wall and sidestep your way across, try to get to the other side. You know, you can't walk upon it. Uh, 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 um, like as if there was a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. So you fall to the right hand and you get burnt the fuck up, and you fall in the left hand you drown. And you get because that water the waters have currents in it. They have undercurrents that can suck you under it. And only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, is so small that there could be only one man that go there at once. And it's just like this thing of ours. Hey man, the scriptures say many are chosen, but many are called, but few are chosen. The world to come is for few. It's not for many. Like I did before, the hopeful elect and the remnant, they the only ones gonna get delivered out of here. Yahweh Ratazah, I'm one of them, but that's what it is. You can't choose to be saved. You can't choose to be so chosen. You know. If this city now were given to a man for inheritance, if he should never pass the danger set before it, how can he receive his this inheritance? And kind, you gotta earn this thing. Hey, man, to receive this inheritance, man, you gotta pass through the danger before you can receive the inheritance of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the kingdom of heaven. What is to come? The next kingdom that is to come. And I said, this is so, Lord. And then said he unto me, even so also is Israel portion. So if you're an Israelite, amen, and if you of the elect, amen, you gotta pass through the danger that's set before you. Hey man, you gotta go through the tribulation, and be tried as gold is tried, as fire is tried, gold is tried in the fire. Hey man, you gotta endure. Hey, he endured to the end, the same shall be saved. You know. Well, that's it. That's it on that video. The water Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, Hashem Kakadash, for allowing me to make a video, and double honors and praises to Apostle Elders with TMS for teaching me this truth, and shalom to the brothers that has their life, pushing this word, doing this word, and to the Akraf out there that out there listening and believe. Shalom also to you. Shalom.